What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. In honor of Lauren's 30th birthday, we are doing a truth or drink. That means that if she doesn't want to answer a question, she has to take a sip of alcohol. So I hope you guys had as much fun listening as we did recording. Enjoy the show.
All right, this is going to be awful, but it will be hilarious and awful at the same time. So I know some of the questions, I looked them over briefly, to be honest, because Sam did not want me to have a total meltdown. If you guys have listened for a while, you know that sometimes I melt down when I have questions that are very simple to answer. Cue Rick's first podcast ever meltdown. But yeah, I have my wine ready. Okay, let's do a wine review really quick. This is super on brand. So this is the Ancient Roots Dark Red Blend. They have a regular red blend. I haven't gotten that one. The dark red blend is pretty solid. It's like $12. It's not a fancy bottle, which is why I never got it, but it was a recommendation. And let's be honest, all like under $15 red blends kind of taste the same. But this one is super smooth and like surprisingly like bold and smooth. So I'm here for it. So I have the whole bottle because you guys told me to go get it.
Just wanted you to be prepared.
Okay.
I did send Lauren this list of questions beforehand because I
did look very.
We know decision making can be tough, and there's some things where you have to pick some favorites or tell some situations. And she was already like, dude, I don't answer these questions. I'm like,
some of these are
the
so
whole point.
Fucking invasive. Like, who would be answering this with?
That is the point. You are going to drink, so it's going to be a good time. So we're going to start off. I did get these questions from scarymommy.com, which is fun. How I felt the last couple days, actually. But from scarymommy.com. And so if you guys want to play along, you want to do this with your friends and family, you can find these questions there. We're going to start off with PG questions. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I stopped at PG-13, everybody. There were some R-rated questions that you just would have but I had the bottle tipped up the whole time. It was so bad. So bad.
Okay, so PG and PG-13, got it.
Yes, we're keeping it family friendly on the channel. Okay, first up, what is your most shallow reason for not going on a second date?
Okay, this was one of the questions that I was like, I'm not going to answer. I do not have a very robust dating. Oh, I got a drink.
Yeah, you got a drink.
Okay.
But explain it, because I don't feel like that's invasive at all.
No, that's not an invasive question.
So why can't you answer?
I don't really have a good answer. I don't have a reason. I don't have a shallow reason for not going on a second date with someone. Is the answer.
What's something that would be a shallow deal breaker for you?
It could literally be like he wore flip-flops to a nice dinner, or he wore like jean shorts. Like it could be something.
Isn't this supposed to be a real situation?
Yeah. No, I'm saying now I'm giving you a hypothetical.
Okay.
That question would be a real situation. But if you don't have a situation to share, here's my hypothetical. What would be a deal breaker for you? Like on the first date, you notice this thing about the person and you're like, I just
super
can't.
Shallow, but also not, because I do jujitsu, not wearing deodorant. Like if somebody shows up somewhere, and not like, hey, we're going on like a workout date or like a walk, like we're showing up to like a restaurant and it doesn't seem like you've showered or used deodorant maybe that day or that week, that is a hard pass. And I've been around plenty of males who I know do not do that. And that is a hard no. So I guess that's kind of shallow, but also I feel like it's fair, but
no, that's very valid. Yeah. Okay, we'll skip the second one then, because that was what's the worst date you ever had. I'm just gonna assume that you don't have an answer for that one. Am I correct? Yeah. Okay. What is your worst habit? And we won't answer that for you. We'll let you answer it.
Wow. Okay. I was like, this could go so many directions. What's my worst habit? Actually, you guys should answer. What is my
You answer first.
What is my Danielle just rips me a new one. I would say being overly critical is probably well, that's not really a habit. That's just like a tendency. Shit. My worst habit. I don't know. These are hard questions.
That's why I gave you a list.
What did Karina say?
I was like, she's perfect. She doesn't have any bad habits.
Oh, thanks, Karina.
I think I don't know if it's a habit, but maybe probably a habit. Probably overthinking, like catastrophizing.
Yeah, I'm like, is that a habit? Overthinking, overcritical, catastrophizing, habit, behavior. That's definitely my worst one. So,
but it does help you in certain situations for sure.
Yes, it's like a blessing and a curse. So we'll go with that one. Whether or not that's a behavior or a habit to be determined.
Okay, name something that's illegal that you've done. Drinking? Okay. Does anybody have anything illegal that they've done that they regret?
My mom listens to this podcast, all right?
Theft, but I was 6.
Same.
And then my mother drove me back to the store and made me give it back to the cashier.
I'm
Yeah.
a little bit older, but yeah, same thing.
Danielle's like, last week I and she doesn't have a drink, but she would be drinking right now if that was yeah, totally not last week, guys.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I mean, this sounds bad to say. I don't think there's anything illegal that I've done that I regret. Like,
well, yeah, exactly.
Underage drinking, things like that. Like, probably didn't make the greatest decisions, but it's all worked out, so I can't really regret it. I did steal. I think I've told the story in the podcast, or at least to you guys. I stole a plastic pill container from the pharmacy when I was a kid. I really wanted it. It was like 6 cents. My mom wouldn't buy it for me, and I did feel really, really bad about that for a really long time. But okay,
like haunts Sam today.
What?
It like haunts you today. You go to therapy. You're like, this one time
I 6-cent pill container. Okay, what is the weirdest dream you've ever had?
Oh, okay. So I have like consistent recurring nightmares that I'm in a Saw movie getting killed, and like as soon as I'm about to die, I like wake up. So I feel like that's pretty weird, and it happens like on a semi-frequent basis.
And you've never seen a Saw movie?
No, I've only seen like previews, and I know obviously like the plot. So I feel like my dream is probably honestly worse at this point, right? Like because of my imagination. But yeah, it's like a pretty gnarly dream. So yeah, and somehow I know because it like kind of slightly changes, but like I somehow still know that that's like what I'm in. So that's weird. And then actually, I was just talking about this earlier. So probably one of the weirdest things, like you guys have obviously everybody has deja vu, right? And it's kind of like earlier I had a moment of like really, it was a very, very specific situation. And I was like, holy shit, this is a total deja vu moment. And I've obviously never lived this situation to my knowledge at this point. But it's like, where does that come from, right? It's so weird. And I had a dream, another recurring dream. And there was like bits and pieces of it that like always just kind of fit in the same model, you know? And then it was like this house and this library and all this stuff. And then literally years later, I like went somewhere that looked exactly like that, but I'd never been there until I had dreamed it. And you're like, how, like, that's just so freaky. So yeah. I don't know. I go through phases too, though. Like sometimes like I don't dream at all for like months, and then other times it's like every night, and it's like, this is fucking exhausting. Like I'm like tired from my dream. So much happening here.
Dude, we're gonna have to have a Saw night when we're all together.
Bro, fuck you. No.
We're gonna do it.
No,
we're gonna do it.
The only way I'm doing that is like if something really catastrophic happens to me and like I'm about to die. I was like, okay, I feel like I should see one.
Why would you watch it? That makes no sense.
Because I'm gonna die anyway. So it's like, well,
that makes death that much worse.
No, it's just I'm not like, it's just more scared that like I can't fall asleep is really the issue.
We'll fall asleep. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll take.
We'll watch the
I'll
first
take the
one.
forever sleep. You know, if I'm like, there's a problem.
No, we'll watch the first one and then maybe your dreams will go away. I think you need to just rip off the Band-Aid.
No, I don't know if that's how that works, but okay. Next
Okay.
question.
Next question.
Next question.
What do you wear when you're hoping to go home with someone?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Nothing?
I'm like, yeah, like nothing, right? No. Damn, what would I wear? Something that like you feel comfortable in, like in all angles and all situations. Like, you know, there's some outfits that you wear that you're like, this part looks cute, but like not sure about this, and I gotta like pull it up here. No, it's gotta be like locked in, like, you know, this outfit is like banging from all angles, no matter what you look like, no matter how many drinks you have, you look good in it. So it's not really like a outfit, it's more like how you feel in that outfit, and there's not really like room for like errors. And if it's obviously, if it's me, it's going to be something with tits out. So appropriate, so on brand.
It's out, all black, some leather there on there somewhere.
Yeah, something. Been on like a snakeskin kick lately, so maybe that. I don't know. We'll see.
What's in your car though when you want to go home with someone? Like, you got your skincare packed in the car, you got some lingerie packed. Like
I just keep this in my trunk. This is not what everybody else keeps in their trunk.
Your go bag.
It's my go bag. No, I don't do that, Danielle.
Okay.
That's
This
weird.
one.
okay, this one people have to be watching the YouTube video because there's like no way.
There's a lot
you
of body
get-
language happening. It would be slow to pick up.
Okay. If you were on Tinder, what would make you immediately swipe right, which I believe means say yes?
I was like, yeah, what does that mean?
It's like you're like, you see the picture and you're immediately like, yes.
Okay, so on Tinder, it's just pictures, or there's also like there's a bio, right?
There's a bio, but it says immediately swipe. So I'm assuming that means like just appearance wise. But if there's something, you could do that, like what in a picture and then what in the bio would make you be like, absolutely.
I feel like immediate, like if I'm looking at a picture, like eyes are like the first thing I look at. And there's not like one color, shape, whatever, but it's just like if somebody has like really nice eyes, like you can just tell in like a picture. So that'd be number one. I guess swipe right. And then for like a bio, I don't know. I'm like, what are the constituents of this bio?
Aren't they
Name,
usually like
age.
really cheesy?
Yeah, I feel like people will probably make them cheesy on purpose, right? Oh no, this is hilarious, and only people who follow this account will know. So there's this funny account on Instagram called The Gains, and like they did this whole thing where like they'll tell people to like put it like in the bio, so like, you know, like when it's like if you know kind of a thing. So like if you put that in your like dating app bio, that's like a conversation starter, because it's like all these like just ridiculous perverted memes that are hilarious. So if I saw that, immediately, yes, like this guy gets it.
Oh, that's
This guy has a
perfect.
good sense of humor, because sense of humor is super important to me, like regardless of what you look like if you can't laugh or like make fun of like yourself, other situations, like I mean, we can't. That's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
That's perfect. Okay, now the opposite. What would make you immediately swipe left with what you saw
Fish
and
picture.
with what you
No,
read?
just kidding.
What?
You know the pictures where guys are holding up like the fish? It's like kind of like a joke now at this point, you know what I mean? Like people like but really you're like, what are you doing? No, that's kind of rude, because what if they like fishing? No. I don't want to be too mean. I guess if it's something that's like so over the top for like a bio, because I don't really know what people write, but if it's like so cheesy and like ridiculous, like you're like, okay, like you're trying like a little too hard here, and it's like not funny, it's just like kind of weird. So that would be maybe be it. But maybe I need to see, because I need to like know what the oh god, that'd
Okay.
be scary.
Would you ever help someone cheat on their significant other? And we're drinking?
No. No, I would say well, I guess there's always, you know what? Hey, I'm just gonna keep drinking. So
There you go. Keep drinking. Okay. Have you ever gotten into a physical altercation with someone? Outside of jujitsu, obviously.
I was like, there's a lot of
Weekly,
those.
yes.
Yeah, weekly. No, I don't think I have actually. There was one time I really wanted to like fucking knock the bitch out, but I was really drunk and she was really drunk and it was just a really rowdy. It was, I wasn't really trying to knock her out. It was just like a lot going on. But I didn't. So no, never.
Good for you. Good restraint.
So much restraint.
How about you guys, Karina, Danielle? Have you ever been in a fight?
Karina's face.
Karina.
Absolutely not. There's a story that my dad loves to tell. Like when I played competitive soccer, there was this really bad like brawl that happened at one of our games. Like it started with one girl pulling this girl's ponytail and slamming her to the ground, and then everyone just like piles on each other and starts slapping each other. And I just walk the other way, and I'm like the only one leaving the situation.
Karina's like, bye.
Yeah, he was like, bro, you were not down for your girls that day. And I was like, no, I'm not trying to get red carded. I'm not trying to pay a fee. So physical altercations, it's not my forte. I'm out of there.
Karina's peace sign.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, as much
Do you
as
guys
like
believe that I've gotten in a fight?
Stop.
Huh?
No, I would have never guessed.
I can believe
Yeah,
that.
well, yeah. I was like 13 or 14.
I feel like you have the weirdest childhood ever, bro. Like
No, dude, I had the most sheltered childhood and like amazing parents. Like I had a really great
I know
childhood.
that. I'm just saying you always say like you pull out some weird stories and shit. Like
Exactly. That's why it makes no sense. I had a hard left turn this one time, man. This girl at a basketball game from the opposite team's cheerleaders. I was playing basketball and it was the other team's cheerleader yelled at me when I was going into the locker room, and she's like, "Don't steal our shit." And I yelled back, "Fuck you," which like I would never do. But I was just like, "Fuck you." I kept walking in and she followed me into the bathroom. She was like,
those are fighting
"What the
words.
fuck did you say?" And I was like, "I said we won't. I said we won't." And she was like, "Whatever." And she took my head and she slammed my head against a bathroom stall. And then I kicked her and then I ran away.
Okay, well technically that's self-defense. I don't really know if I count
Bro,
that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
no, I would have. Oh my god.
Well,
Yeah, somebody slams me into something, shit's going down. But like
Yeah.
no, I just sprinted and then I like it was
Damn.
terrible. I was like panic running, like arms flailing, just like, "Oh, somebody help me." Oh my
just
God.
kick the girl.
Yeah, so great.
Okay.
Okay, next one.
Things.
What's the biggest lie you've ever told?
This was the invasive question. Hell no, I am not saying shit about this on a fucking podcast.
Fair. What is a lie you've told?
And then this is like, I don't know, I can't think off the top of my head. I try not to lie, you know, like I feel like it's one of those things that just builds. Try not to lie.
Not even like I'm going to a friend's house and then you didn't go and you skipped school and you did something else instead.
That sounds really personal, Danielle, but okay.
No, I'm giving you an example.
Oh yeah, you were like, so in 7th grade, I mean, I was just giving an example, you know, it's one of those things. Fuck, I don't know.
Did you not even have like a fake ID?
Oh yeah, is that a lie? Okay, that's a lie. Yeah, I have a fake.
Am I right?
It's also
Is that a lie?
breaking the law.
That's also illegal. So there's my answer, I guess. And the person, like, I mean, it was one of those things where you're like, yeah, that looks like me, bro. It didn't. You tried, like, you wanted to make it work so bad, and I mean, it always works. I was in like grimy fucking Tallahassee places. I wasn't like, you know, going to like Miami or like going to like Total Wine, you know.
Yeah.
It was like the gas station liquor store and fucking Tallahassee dirt clubs. It did not matter at that point. So yeah, I guess I answered both of those. There we go.
There you go. This is
See over
silly,
here,
but
I don't lie. And Karina's like, you gotta figure it.
you're like, is that a lie? No, it's the truth. The fuck? What was your name then? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't even remember. Fuck. I wonder if I still. I don't even think I still have it. I think I probably just threw it away. It probably like expired. You know what I mean? And I was just like, well, no need to keep on to this. I mean, I probably should have just for fucking old time's sake. But
Yeah. Okay. What? If you suddenly became invisible, what would you do with your newfound transparency?
Ooh, that's a good one.
am I invisible like 24/7 or just kind of like intermittently as I would choose?
Let's say whenever you want. So I suppose that could be 24/7 if you wanted it to be.
Yeah, right. Oh, I don't know. I just enjoy like traveling and like people watching, but like obviously there's certain times where it's like, well, that's kind of weird. So maybe it would just be fun to like just like transport to like a random place and but like not like nobody really know that you're there. Not like in a weird setting, but just like show up in like a different country and just like I'm here. And then you're just kind of like observing, but like nobody really knows that you're there and you're just kind of like soaking it all in. I feel like that would
So
be
you're
fun.
invisible and you could transport?
I guess, yeah, I guess that's like two superpowers. I just like blended those
The
together.
amount of things you could do for free, just like sneak into movies, sneak onto
Oh,
planes.
I
go
didn't
to
even think
Europe.
about that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Concerts.
I would getting float sessions for free, getting food for free, we getting drinks for free. Drinks are crazy lately. I don't know if y'all been out. Get gas for free.
Can imagine.
I just pump gas. Have a little like container.
There's a floating gas pump, and everyone's like, what the fuck?
But how is this all free though? You're still paying. You gotta swipe a card.
That's true. You can pay it pump or pay inside.
With
Why are we talking about the logistics of this?
Danielle's like pissed. It's like not the right answer. Okay,
But
what would
Karina
you?
was right. Karina was correct with like the concerts or whatever, like going to places for free. But now you're like, you could get drinks for free. Like,
Like who's ordering them? Like, nobody.
Right. Like people are gonna be.
I also have
weirded out by a
telepathy.
floating cup.
You're
I
just
just
a
have the-
voice. They're like, what
Like, make me a tequila club soda. They're like, who said that? I'm like, shut up and make it, bitch. Okay. Yeah, well, there's that.
the-
I have a lot of superpowers apparently with this question. So
God, that is so funny. Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna be able to ask you the rest of these questions. Shit. Okay, I'm crying so hard. Wow.
Crying.
Who? Oh God. Okay. Okay. Who's your favorite family member?
Also invasive. I'm drinking.
your mom's gonna be like,
Mom, if you're
"Lauren,
listening, it was you.
Lauren."
Oh my God, I can't believe you wouldn't say that first.
Okay, speaking of your mom, what's the biggest secret you kept from your parents growing up that they now know? That they now know? Drinking. Okay. Yeah, if you're listening to this on audio, you got to get to
Podcast
YouTube.
listeners don't need to know about all about this. You know what I'm saying? So just,
Okay.
we'll keep some things to ourselves.
Fair. Let's see. Have you ever told someone you were busy just that you didn't have to interact with them?
I can't think of a situation off the top of my head, but I feel like I probably have. I feel like everybody probably has, right? Or like I can't do it right now, but like maybe another time.
Oh, that's like your key line. Okay, maybe I'll do it. And it's like that means you're not gonna do it. Lauren, I think you should film this YouTube video. Okay, maybe. I'll do it later.
Who's not been off schedule?
Okay, but what about the truth? What was it? What did we want you to do with your mom? What was it called again?
This truth or drink.
Yeah.
No, with
Never have I ever.
Never have I
Oh, yeah.
ever.
Oh my God, that
That
was
one.
so hilarious
That would've
because
been so funny.
literally the rest of the weekend, like we would just be like doing something completely unrelated, like walking to the elevator, going to dinner, and she'd be like, she would just say a random thing and she'd be like, huh, never have I ever. I don't know. And I'm like she would just say these like random things, like never did this, never done. I'm like, I feel like you're like, like, I don't know if you know how this game works, Mom. You don't need to just tell me all this weird shit if we're not playing the game. She was just like, just giving up facts, like without even me prompting, just like, oh, never have I ever. And I'm we're going to ski lessons. We're going to dinner right now. I don't need to hear about all this. There's a lot of talking points.
Oh God. Okay. What's your least favorite part of family gatherings?
I'll be honest, I don't really go to them. Maybe them in general.
Fair. What is your
No, I just don't really do a lot of family gatherings.
Oh, that was a fair answer. All of them. The whole thing. That's fine. What was it? Where was I? What is a movie that you love but you know is secretly bad? Like everybody else hates this movie.
I think my taste in movies is great. Shit, is there a movie that like I really like that not everybody likes? Have I talked about it a lot? Like,
Probably the ugly. You talk about The Ugly Truth all the time. I think that's a great movie.
Oh, I was like, Danielle, have you seen it? With my boyfriend?
But other people might not think that.
I mean, I don't think it's like it got like a fucking Academy Award, but or whatever. I guess it's a person. Never mind. But that's a good movie. But I mean, it's a good movie in the aspect of being a cheesy rom-com. Sam, you still haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
I think Christmas Vacation is an amazing movie, and you guys are like not about it, but that's also 100% like a classic. So I think it's just, I don't know if there's a movie that I don't know. I'm not a big movie critic. I'll just say that, you know, like if I really like a movie, like just saw Batman this past weekend. 12 out of 10, like fucking phenomenal. So dark. Robert Pattinson. Oh, I've never seen Twilight, so I don't know, but he killed it. Like it was such a good rendition. It was so artistic, so psychological, like so much character development. Yeah, it was so good. And like just the whole set, like everything was fantastic. And I watched I watched the video after, like about the movie, and there's so many things in there that like I noticed but like didn't put together. Like the fucking layers of depth in this movie are just like supreme. So y'all gotta go see it.
You sound a little bit like the movie critic.
No, like I'm not like no. People like I'm saying movie critic as far as like people who are overly critical. I'm overly critical about everything else in my life, not about movies. I was
gonna say, like you're very very well versed in the way that you're saying this.
No, you know people who are always like, oh, that movie could have been, bro. Then you go make a movie, right? I don't see you fucking producing a movie. Like, do you have that whole vision to make something that's entertaining for fucking 2 hours? No. Do you know how to film it, shoot it, edit it? You don't. So I give movies like a lot of benefit of the doubt, I guess.
Oh, okay. Do you have a bucket list?
Not like a very well-defined bucket list.
What's one thing on that not very well-defined bucket list?
Like just like a crazy thing that I probably will never do, but like it could just be like if the opportunity presented itself, I probably wouldn't say no. Cage diving with great whites. But I'm more scared of the bottom of the ocean than the great whites. Like I have this fear that like the cage is just gonna snap when I'm in it, and then it's gonna plummet to the bottom of the ocean, and then I die.
Yeah, that sounds like something you want to do.
But outside of that, I feel like it would be a really cool experience because like How
Yeah.
fucking I just get really scared that you can't see the bottom of the ocean. Like that's horrifying. Like the great white could be like in my face, okay, scary, but I'm like aware of it. Like I don't know what is under here. But also kind of cool.
I hate
If
open
it
water.
doesn't go wrong,
Terrifying.
shit would be awesome.
How about something that you want to do in your lifetime that you haven't done yet, but you know, like, before I die, like, I want to do this thing? Like maybe a place you want to go to,
Yeah.
or
Ooh, there's this bomb hotel in northern Italy. It's like in this like northern like like mountain region, and it is just like absolutely like gorgeous. And it like I've just like their Instagram is like chef's kiss, and like they just have like the best images, and like it just looks like an overall like just amazing experience. And I've always wanted to go to like Germany, Switzerland, northern Italy, like all in the same trip, maybe Amsterdam, kind of all together. So that would just be like super rad. So I guess that is a bucket list, right? Do like a whole little Euro trip.
yeah, Euro trip.
That's a cheesy movie.
Do you like that one?
Yeah, who doesn't? I mean, it's not my favorite movie ever, but I think it's everybody can be like, that was a good movie.
Yeah, probably didn't age very well. Probably not one that you would enjoy today, but at the time it was great.
I don't even remember like the plot of it really, besides when they like got super fucked up off absinthe. Like I don't remember really much else. So,
okay, what is one thing you really like about yourself?
I just don't want to answer.
You can't drink for that. You can't drink for that.
Oh, I just don't want to answer that one. Oh God. I don't know. What is one thing I like about myself? I can have fun in almost any situation. I guess that's a good quality. I really can.
Quality.
I do make like the best of really any situation. I mean, I might have some, dark humor around it, but generally speaking, I feel like I can have fun with anybody, anywhere. Yeah, I guess it's a good quality.
Yes.
Because not everybody can do that. That's for sure.
I can't do that.
Neither can I.
Okay. Let's just take a hard left turn. Would you ever blame someone else for your farts at the office? You're at the Industrious, you fart. It just starts to smell around you. There's like 3 other people around you.
I know how this works.
This guy. Would you do that?
No. I would just like let it roll and just be like, I'm out of here. Like I'm not gonna like blame someone. I'm just gonna like hope no one noticed, even though clearly everybody noticed, and we're just gonna keep moving. And maybe
what if someone notices? What if someone notices and they're like, dude, did you fart? And they ask you, do you say, no, dude, it wasn't me, it was
and then I get my glass of wine and I do this. And then I just dip.
You just fade into the bushes.
You can never go back to that office ever again.
Yeah, well, like, sorry guys, I'm that girl.
It's that Liar Liar. Have you guys seen the movie Liar Liar?
Yeah.
With Jim Carrey?
I haven't seen it forever, but yes.
That one holds up. But where he farts in the elevator and he can't lie, so he turns around and he's like, it was me. That's you
Also,
and Industrious.
Did anybody like listen to the full new, like, well, it's not really that new, but like the Weeknd's album, like whatever the fuck the new one is,
No.
Newish one. It's pretty good. But he's somebody who's like super artistic, so like you want to listen to like kind of the whole thing through, even if you don't like every song. You're like, I'll kind of listen to the whole thing like at least once through. Mm-hmm. And there's like this voice on there because it's called like, it's like a radio station. It's like the name of whatever the fucking album, and they have like elements of like a radio station in there. And there's like this voice, and it's like, who's that voice? And it's like Jim Carrey. Like, how random Jim Carrey is like on the Weeknd's like most recent album. Like, okay,
like it's like a quote from a movie or something, or he's actually talking on it.
He's talking like so it's like a rate. It's the worst fucking memory.
You can't play it. You're gonna get.
No, I'm not playing it. I'm pulling up the fucking name of the album. The Weeknd. Dawn FM is the album name. So like there will be songs and then there'll be like, it'll like kind of like music will kind of like cut up and then it'll be like, he'll have like a radio voice and he'll be saying things. And then you're like, that voice sounds really familiar, but like, I don't know who it is. And then you're like, oh my God, it's fucking Carrie. So he's on like 3+, at least 3 songs, if not more. Super random.
Oh, interesting.
Because he like went totally off the deep end. Like, I support it. He just was like, yo, fuck Hollywood and everybody. Like, I'm going to go hole myself up in a cabin, grow a beard, like not be in touch with reality. I'm here for it. But now he's on the Weekend album.
That feels like good.
Follow me for useless facts.
Fact stuff. Yeah. Okay, here we go. What is your favorite feature on yourself? Physical feature.
Another one of these. Oh,
it's all about you. It's all about you.
I know. I don't know why. I don't know.
You have so many good features.
I think your glutes are great.
Oh, thanks, Danielle.
Glutes are great.
Appreciate it.
You can't drink to that. You can't drink to that.
Look, I knew you were gonna need more. You gotta pour some more in there.
Fuck, you're right. Oh, God, good thing I brought this up.
Wow.
Ancient blend.
I'm glad you brought it too.
I don't know.
You have a lot of positive features. You have a beautiful face. You've got great boobs. You got delts for days.
Not anymore, but
you still do.
Okay, all positive things. There we go. Yay. Thank you, guys.
What one of those do you like the best? That's a Rick question for you. Put you on the spot.
I guess, okay, I do like I have long legs. I appreciate that. I feel like it makes me, I mean, I'm already tall, but I feel like it just accentuates everything. And even though it can kind of be a pain in the ass for like some clothes, in general, I feel like it's like a positive trait to have, is having a shorter, I have like a medium torso and longer legs. I guess I like that about myself. So we'll go with that.
Yay.
Yay.
You can do it. I'm just going to ask you that every day while I'm in town next weekend and just crank up the self-love.
Yay.
Yay. What is one mannerism that you judge potential partners on? Like, okay, so for example, I know this one for me, and it's because of my partner, but it's the way people chew. I will literally watch people eat and be like, could I eat next to you my whole life? Can I do this?
How they interact with other people that they don't know. That's a big one. Like, are you like engaging? Are you talkative? Are you friendly? Are you helpful? Or are you somebody who just kind of like looks away and like doesn't really like engage with anyone? And like that's like a hard no. So like, how are you treating other people that like, especially people that you don't, not even just people that you know, but especially people that you don't know? That's a big one.
Karina, Danielle, do you have one? No?
Mine would probably be the same.
Like interacting with somebody?
Yeah.
I feel like that like shows a lot, you know, about people. And we all have fucking off days. Like, I'm not saying, you know, but in general, I would say that that's like a good metric.
Oh yeah. Okay, what is the shortest amount of time that you've known someone before hooking up? Is the mom cover your ears or a drink? A drink. There.
We're gonna drink to that one. Cheers to that, guys. Cheers.
If you met a celebrity at a bar, would you sleep with them?
Well, who's the celebrity?
First off, that's not the question. First question is like, if you just met a celebrity at a bar, would you hook up with them? No, okay.
Not if I didn't like them.
But is there an exception? What celebrity would be a no-brainer?
Oh, I saw this on your thing. Okay, who is my no-brainer?
Gerard Butler.
Yes, all day. Yeah, I mean that's like a for sure, not even a question. I mean, there's more people than that, obviously, but Second Are we talking about celebrity like in their role? Because I don't obviously like celebrities, like you don't know them as like people, you know what I mean?
Just
I guess
you're not.
the Rock is kind of like a very well-rounded individual. So we'll go with that.
Okay.
The Rock will be second.
Danielle, Karina, hall passes. 1 or hall passes 1 and 2.
I was really into Mark Wahlberg for probably still to this day.
Marky
What?
Mark?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
What does
don't
that
think
say,
I
Laurin?
could. Sorry.
That is the last person I think I ever like expected to hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hence my reaction. That wasn't
There's
like
there's a long list probably, but that was a top one for a while.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Ew, no. Well,
Not now.
never.
Have you guys seen his movies?
He's kind of let himself go, but like 98 Leo, Titanic Leo.
Ew,
Well,
no.
Yes.
He was like a minor in Titanic, I feel like.
He was I was 8, so it'd be if we're talking that real age gap. I'm saying.
Did you
I'm
not
saying,
see him in Wolf? Like Wolf of Wall Street or like Inception Leo?
Inception Leo? Yes, not Wolf of Wall Street Leo. I'm saying not now, naked running on the beach Leo is what I'm picturing. Those memes of him running with a water gun. Have you seen?
I have not seen that. Don't date him like that. You know what? Just don't do it. It's all good.
You have not. Okay, well, that's going
Hugh
on
Jackman,
the to-do list.
Wolverine. Yes.
Okay, that's a good one.
And he's Australian. Yes.
Okay. Karina, who is your hall pass? Celebrity hall pass.
Well, I thought the question was like, if you saw a celebrity at a bar, would you?
That's
like,
the first question.
Yeah, I just like a celebrity or like my future husband. I don't think I could ever sleep with someone who I just met.
Fair.
Like, I'd just be way too scared. Like, where have you been? Like, I don't know
I'm not asking.
what you're carrying around. Like, did you get tested? Like, so.
We're about to find out.
I don't think I could do it. Not even if you were like, you know.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
No,
no.
No.
I don't know if I like can pick a celebrity hall pass off the top of my head. Like,
I guess I'm thinking also like when I'm talking about actors, like I'm thinking of them in like in roles. Like I don't really know them.
oh,
You know what I mean? Like I obviously can see them what they physically look like, but like Matthew McConaughey, if you just like showed me him, I'd be like, oh, he's all right. But I know his roles, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so great in the right. Like I don't know, I just so.
for going on sheer looks, probably Jesse Palmer. Every time he is on like
That's
ESPN,
like a girl I know.
he's
so
a
I'm
former.
like,
He's a former football player. Yeah, you guys probably wouldn't know him because the only reason I would know him is because of Tom. But every time he's on ESPN, I am like, I'm sorry, Tom, but he is a perfect specimen. Like he is just flawless. He's like looks like you're like.
I mean, yeah, I feel like
quarterback.
athlete is totally different than. I mean, I'm thinking just actor, but
It'd be him
He
or
almost okay, he almost looks like too pretty for me, kind of. He looks like someone from The Bachelor.
he was on The Bachelor, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like that kind of pretty. But other than that, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Next question. And I also texted Julio running on the beach, so get excited to see that in a bit. Okay. Who's the most inappropriate person you've ever had a crush on?
Inappropriate.
Mm-hmm. Do you have ever crush on a teacher, babysitter?
A male babysitter.
Did I say
It could be a female, Danielle. All right, don't judge me.
I didn't say male.
But I also had like a babysitter. I feel like I don't even remember having babysitters. Not that I can remember, to be super honest. So I'm pretty lame there.
Do you guys remember any of your childhood crushes?
Do Disney characters count?
What?
Now I need all the context here.
Like Hercules in the cartoon. Like
Hercules.
When I was like 7,
Granted, like last week I watched this movie. It was pretty spot on.
I was
So cute.
I actually haven't seen that movie in a hot minute. I guess Darth Vader's an inappropriate crush because he's not really like a real person. He's kind of like a half robot, but I am so fucking here for it. I don't care. I guess he's really my number one celebrity. Not the guy who plays Darth Vader. Let's be clear. But Darth Vader.
Not Kylo Ren.
Fuck Kylo Ren. You know how I feel about him. He is the absolute worst Sith Lord of all time. Sorry, Adam Driver. I'm sure you're a great person. You didn't nail that one, you know, and I know you were supposed to be conflicted, but I still hated it.
Valid. Your feelings are valid. Top or bottom?
Top. Well, actually, no. No, bottom preferably, but like, I guess probably bottom. If I had to pick one forever, it would be bottom. But top is fun. Top is more fun. Bottom is more enjoyable. That makes sense.
Okay, that was a really good answer. If you could cheat and no one would ever find out, would you?
Nah. I feel like that's still just like a personal decision, you know, like has nothing to do with other people, because that's always like there's so much context behind why people cheat, you know, like not saying it's right, but it's usually not as like easy as people like see it. But
yeah.
I wouldn't really care about other people. It'd be more so like how I felt about it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things too where it's like if you had the forethought that like no one's ever going to know about this, but I can do it anyway, that even puts like a whole nother layer of decision making in it. And if you're like having that decision, I think you have more time to think it through, I guess. I don't know.
You're already there.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, if you could hack into your partner's email and they never know, would you?
Ew, no.
There's nothing even in an email.
Okay. Email, phone, text, call log. Fuck that. No.
DMs.
Messages. No, I don't want to see that shit. No.
Have you ever
read... context.
True.
No, that is like the worst.
Yeah. And it's almost worse if they wouldn't know. Like, again, you had that layer of forethought. You're like, I know they'll never know, but like, I don't know. And yeah.
I feel like that's just like not a, I don't care. Number one. And number two, I feel like that's like the worst way to find information, because there's so many things that could be like misunderstood anyway, that like you might be upset over something that like didn't even really happen, or like the right context. I don't know. I just feel like there's nothing good that ever comes out of that.
Well, it's like, kind of a red flag if you feel like you need to do it in the first place.
And that too. Like, don't need to feel like I do that.
Just a warning sign. I know, like you said, I know there's reasons for like, and things are more difficult than that, but if you're in that situation, it might be a thing to consider.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to come to that. Like, okay, so you go through and you find that, like, did that really change your decision? Like, no, the fact that you were already going through there, like, was probably, I don't know, I just feel like you're going to find stuff that you don't want to see, and it's probably going to be in a context that you're not going to understand. So it's just going to be hurtful for no reason. Like, what's the point? If you're going to find out eventually, like, you're going to find out
for something.
Eventually.
And when you're looking for something, if you're there's
Yeah.
like there's something to look for, that's something to look for.
Yeah.
If you could hook up with your high school crush today, would you?
No. Sorry.
No. Where's the grossest place you've ever hooked up?
Definitely the beach. So overrated. Ugh. Not fun.
Okay, I think that was our last question.
That was-
I'm looking at.
Hold
Hold on.
That's how we're gonna end this.
Okay,
The
we can.
beach.
I have one more. Oh, I do have one more. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Biggest.
Of all the things you hate about people, what's the biggest?
Ah. Someone leaving something out and saying, I need it to be here because I'm going to need it here. I don't need to put it away. Right? Like, hey, you left all the stack of this shit over here. Why couldn't we put it over here where it's kind of organized or concealed? And they're like, no, I'm going to need it. So I don't want to put it away. So just kind of like disorganized things for no reason really bother me. And something that could be, not saying like right now, like I was gone this weekend, I came home, like things were a little chaotic. I'm going to go clean it up. But like just a constant kind of mess that's like doesn't want to be picked up. That's a huge pet peeve, especially when you're living with someone. Like, oh my God. Second runner up, and I just experienced, I experience it all the time when I travel, but I had this really bad at the DMV, like whatever, week or two ago. When people are watching or listening to something without headphones, hey, like in a public space, I don't fucking care what YouTube video you're watching right now. We're in a waiting room with 30 people, or we're on an airplane and you're watching a TV show. I don't want to watch that TV. I don't want to hear that TV show. Or like, oh, let's FaceTime with no headphones in the middle of, no. Such a pet peeve. Oh my God. That bothers me like to no fucking end. And they're like, whoa.
That's really good. Okay, Karina, Danielle, what's your biggest pet peeves?
Yeah, y'all need to end with that one.
Mine are a bit like more simple. Chewing really loud. I just can't stand the sound of chewing. But something that drives me crazy is when I'm speaking and then someone speaks over me. Like that drives me nuts. And obviously, like very specifically, like if we're in an in-person setting and like a group of people, like it's hard when you're like in a Zoom meeting because we can't hear each other. But when you're like out with a group of people and like someone is speaking, not even over me, when someone just like cuts someone else off and speaks over someone else too, that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
That's my
like
whole life.
And like consistently as I cut you off. And like consistent. Sam's crying.
I did.
No,
What
dude,
I said
Zoom,
was this is my whole life, and then
bro, Zoom is so hard. Like, because you like are trying to time it, and then it's like there's always a lag.
no, it really is though. Like my whole family, it's like a running joke that like I get interrupted nonstop, and it's not even that people talk over me. It's that I will be in the middle of a goddamn sentence and someone brings up something completely unrelated, and the whole conversation just shifts, and what I was saying doesn't matter anymore. So that's totally like I can relate to that. I was gonna get one of those Kamala Harris shirts that says "I'm speaking" because I was like, that should be my quote. Hello, my name belongs underneath that. But my biggest pet peeve is when people ask a question in a condescending way. And a lot of times people don't even realize they do it, but it'll be like, you left the burner on, right? It's like, no, because if I knew, I wouldn't have done it. And it's like, you have to be there at 7:30, right? It's just like this, I just hate it. There's such a nicer way to ask that and say like, did you know you have to be there at 7:30? Or, hey, I think you have the burner on. Like, there's such nicer ways to say that, but the right just makes you feel so stupid, and I hate that feeling.
Yeah. Danielle, finish it out.
Mine is when there's just a lot I don't even know if that's a pet peeve, but when there's like a lot going on and then like someone decides to play like fucking music at like 50, whatever, like the whatever it's called on the TV, and they're like just jamming out, and you're like, I am like so overstimulated, but like they really want to listen to the music, and you're just like, I can't handle this anymore. So then you lower it, but they're like, I was listening to that, and you're like, oh, I'm like dying. I'm trying to concentrate, and like the kids are screaming and there's music blaring. That is what I hate.
I guess that's like, I guess that's kind of goes into my point though, like that lack of awareness, right? Like where you're just like, nobody, like if you're by yourself and you want to blast your shit, like whatever. But when there's like everybody else here, like kind of not the time. A little social awareness would be useful. So those were good.
Yeah, that was really good. I think that's everything. There was one more that I just found, but it was kind of silly. But
Well, now you have to say it, Sam.
I'm like, is it good? Is it good?
I can't find it. Have you ever bought something to wear to an event, then returned it to the store when the event was over? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's Loretta 101.
No, that's what I was like. I think it's
I feel bad now doing that, but I mean, it's not like I do this all the time, but there occasionally have been times where I have certainly, I'm not going to lie and say I haven't done that. Definitely have done that.
Okay, I found another one. What are the necessary conditions for hooking up on a first date?
I guess it's kind of like ties everything in, right? Like, okay, you have to have like good hygiene, right? Like clearly like you showered, deodorant, like we're good to go here. Good sense of humor. And then just also like how you're interacting with people. That's, but then lastly, like how we're interacting, right? Like there's just some people like you just get along with right away, really well. Right away.
Just skipped a couple words there.
So I would say that, yeah, all of those things like from earlier, like clear emphasis on like a little bit of little personal hygiene, nothing crazy, but a little bit. Good sense of humor, interacting well with others, and then obviously like your whatever word you want to use, like chemistry, connection, whatever the fuck. I think that like complete, like there's just certain people that you meet right away that you're like, we're gonna hit it off, whether it's like a sexual thing or not. Like there's just certain people that as soon as you meet them, you're like, I like this person. So I feel like for like that condition, it would have to be that, certainly.
Nice.
If you're not gonna be like, oh, maybe, I mean, maybe like back in the day, but now like as I'm coming up on my 30s. Oh God. This is coming out on my birthday, right? I think Wednesday.
Yeah. You are 30 right now.
I am 30. All right. Well, this was fun. And I feel like I answered way more questions, but I just continue to drink. So that's how that works. I knew that was going to happen. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. If you enjoyed the show, please share it. It's the best way you can support us. To check out any information about our coaching services and other podcasts that we have put out, you can visit teamlocofit.com, and we'll talk to you guys next week.